I recognize this assassin. Suicide panel.
Wes, for Father, take this miserable sin into the company book.
I've got there, YouTube land, and also social media lands. Welcome to an all-new video. In this video, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past weekend, and is a new film from a master of filmmakers. So we're gonna get right into that. Before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss this video or any of the other videos we put up. And as always, people, if you enjoy my content here on YouTube, definitely check out my other social media platforms such as X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and a few of the other ones that you might want to go on to. You never know, you might want to check them out. As always, let's get right into this. So welcome one and all to an all new video. So like I was saying before, we're doing a movie review of a new film that just came out this past weekend, and is a really interesting film that I thought was great from a filmmaker of filmmakers, and that happens to be a film called The Phoenician Scheme. Yeah, The Phoenician Scheme. Yeah. So this is a great new film from a great director who really kicks butt. And just overall, I think this film is just one of those great films that I don't think it's going to get enough recognition for how interesting and fun it is. And I know I've had a few people say they thought this film was boring, slow, and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, this director's direction usually is kind of a slower burn, I feel, you know, from his previous films and stuff like that. But I thought that this was a perfect burn in this film, and I thought it was on point and really well done. And I really enjoyed just everything that was brought to the film, the color scheme, the thought process, the actors and actresses that were a part of this film were just absolutely amazing. And I think that overall it just was a really fun film. I mean, this film makes me think of, you know, past films that this director has filmed, and just what he brings to it. He always brings such a great flavor to his films, and this one just had that feeling again. It really felt way better than a few of the ones that he's done in the recent couple of years. And I was really impressed with this film, simply the fact that the story was so well done and cohesive, and just really overall a great new stretch and funness that, you know, he brings to his great world, you know, of his films. Now, this film has to be directed none other by a gentleman that goes by the name of Mr. Wes Anderson. Oh yeah, Wes Anderson. Woo, Wes Anderson. Yeah. So Wes Anderson, of course, you might recognize, you know, from his previous films, like Royal Tenenbaums. You might recognize, you know, that he did Bottle Rocket. You might recognize he did, you know, Asteroid City, you know, etc. And he's just a really great director. And I love what he brings to his films, like I mentioned. And with this film, I think he did that exact thing. And he gave us something really great again. I felt that it was definitely more of a Wes Anderson film again. And I don't feel like it was as convoluted like the last one he did. And this one definitely had a better cohesive story. It was just really fun. Such a great cast. And Wes just did a great job of bringing this film to life and giving us this really solid, fun film that I thought was, from beginning to end, super entertaining. And I love that, you know, he kept his great, you know, color schemes he uses in all his films. And at the same time, I like that he used the same, you know, kind of camera techniques and really went into them really deep this time. Really gave us a really solid, strong structure of what he brought to that. And then also the kind of the crazy, like, you know, supposedly, you know, Benicio del Toro's character dying and going to heaven and stuff and having, like, these, like, dreams was really done well too, and it was executed very well. And I thought it looked really cool, especially that they had it in black and white. And Wes just has a great taste in what he brings to his films. He always has such a great eccentricness, and at the same time, I know some people can find eccentricities a little odd, but I think his works really well to his advantage. That gives him this great feel. And also, his films always have that very 50s vibe, and this film being placed in the 50s was absolutely perfect for that, and it worked out and played out so well, and just was really overall really done well by Wes, and I just really enjoyed it. Now, if you haven't seen Wes Anderson direct anything, definitely a great film to check out of his is a great film that came out in 2012 called Moonrise Kingdom. Yeah! Moonrise Kingdom, yeah! This is an absolutely fantastic film, set in the 60s type of deal, and just really enjoyable. And once again, a great ensemble cast, and just Wes did such a great job of the film, giving us that feel and the era feel of that time period of being like if you were a part of the Scouts or if you were a part of some sort of club of some sort. And it just had that same exact vibes as, the 60s and everything, and it just played out so well. And between the cast, all these great actors and actresses that were involved with it, from Edward Norton to Bruce Willis and stuff like that, was just so amazingly done as well. And I love that, you always get kind of those common, cameos from people that are always in Wes Anderson films. And in Moonrise Kingdom, we get so many great ones in that film. And it's just such a great film. The color palette, everything about it, it's just so fun and so Wes Anderson. And it just is such a really enjoyable film, too, because it was so well written, along with just the great acting that really delivered that great story that Wes came up with. And it just was a really fun film. If you haven't seen anything, Wes Anderson has directed, definitely check out Moonrise Kingdom. He did a really great job with that. But overall, I really loved what he did with the Phoenician scheme. I thought it was a really stellar film. I thought he, once again, brought his Wes Anderson back to this film and just really made it so much better than his last previous film. And it was just really enjoyable to see such a great, awesome film again from Wes Anderson. If you haven't seen Wes Anderson recently in anything or seen his directing, go check out Phoenician Scheme in theaters now. He did a phenomenal job. So this film has a really great cast, lots of great people in it that were just super enjoyable and super fun. Of course, Bill Murray had a cameo, which was always fun to see him in a Wes Anderson film. He always delivers, even though it's a really small part usually, and it's really fantastic. We had Tom Hanks in the film, and then also Bryan Cranston playing these two characters that were really fun and interesting. We also had Riz Ahmed in it as well, along with Scarlett Johansson, who, did a really good job into it as well. And just everyone was really good in this film and just did a really great job, brought their characters to life, and just made a really fun, characterization, and just really made the film very enjoyable. But really the big star of this film, who I absolutely love and enjoy and is always fun, and kind of the starting point of the great actors and actresses that were in this film, is, of course, the Phoenician Scheme man himself, Mr. I Cannot Die, Mr. Benicio del Toro. Oh yeah, Benicio del Toro. Woo, Benicio del Toro. Woohoo. So Benicio del Toro is such a great actor. From Usual Suspects to many other films he's been in, he is just always absolutely fantastic. He always delivers his characters, and he just is so freaking good. And I love that he brings such a great characterization to his character in this film. He was absolutely on point, super fun, super hilarious, and just really did a great job of bringing his character to life. And I just love his attitude through the whole film, and I love his one-liners and a lot of his speeches and stuff that he gives throughout the film, because they're so well done by him, and he just is so freaking funny. And it being a dark comedy, some of his one-liners are just so funny, and I love that dark element really rises really well with him, and he did such a great job of just really making it very coherent, very plausible, and just seemed so real. And he just always delivers such great characters, and this character in particular was so good. And it played so well off of everyone that he was involved with in the film. And even seeing him in kind of the Wes Anderson kind of tone, it was nice to see him do something a little different, that even though he's such a great actor, he can do all kinds of different things. And once again, this proves that he can keep doing that, and he's doing something different, and it being very kind of like stone face almost in this film. It was on point and so amazing. Benicio was just so damn good. Now, if you haven't seen Benicio in anything, definitely a film to check him out, and that I absolutely love him in. I think he's really good in. It's a great film that came out a few years ago with Tommy Lee Jones called Hunted. Yeah, Hunted. Yeah, this is a great thriller film with Tommy Lee Jones, and Benicio del Toro's character is basically this guy on the run that is like a former assassin, and he plays the character so well, and I love the delivery he brings to it. I love the characterization. I think it's one of his top-notch performances. So the fact that he has to be like several different people throughout the whole entire film and all at once sometimes, that he has to keep himself mysterious at the same time revealing a little bit, but at the same time keeping his guard up, and he does such a fantastic job of bringing that to life and giving us this really solid performance that just was really enjoyable. And I really enjoyed also that he brought such a funness to the character that was just really entertaining, but at the same time just really well done and very like serious, very great tone, and his action sequences were just on point fun too, and he just kicked butt at doing those performances too, and it just really played out very well. If you haven't seen Benicio, Toro or anything, definitely check him out on The Hunted. He was really fantastic. But overall, I really enjoyed him in the Phoenician scheme. I thought he was a great lead. He did a great job and was awesome. And just overall, he was really fantastic as his character. If you have not seen him in anything recently, Benicio, Toro, go check him out in the Phoenician scheme. He was absolutely fantastic. So that brings me to the next actor I'd like to talk about that was in this film. And that is none other than the suave, sophisticated tutor guy in this film, Mr. Michael Cera! Oh yeah, Michael Cera! Woo! Michael Cera! So Michael Cera is a great actor. We, of course, from Arrested Development to Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He's just an all-around fun actor, and he usually pretty much plays the same characters in everything you ever see him in. But I feel that he's really has, grown into a different kind of persona with this film. I was really impressed with his performance. I thought he had grown as an actor, and I thought that he really brought a funness to his character. I thought even his accent wasn't too shabby, portraying this character supposedly he was, and I thought he was really good in it. I really enjoyed him. I thought he had some really great one-liners. I thought he worked really well with everything, him and Mia Tharplton, and between him and Benicio del Toro's character and stuff like that. Just was a really well done job. And I really just thought he was super funny too, because of how he was presenting himself seems like very nerdy type of character, which usually is what he plays, but then when he breaks out of his character saying that was a facade, it's like he's a whole different person, and I thought that was really impressive and showed he really has developed a better acting, and he's gotten better at acting, and I thought that was really impressive, and I enjoyed it, and I thought he did a good job. If you haven't seen Michael Cera or anything, definitely a film to check him out in. It's a great film that came out in 2007 called Superbad. Yeah! Superbad. Yeah! This is an absolutely fantastic film. Him, Jonah Hill, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, Seth Rogen, Bill Hader. I mean, huge, great cast. And I absolutely love Michael Cera in this film. I love his character. I think it's on the level of what he usually played at the time. And it was just basically, I feel like, almost like a carbon copy of his character from Arrested Development with just a few little tweaks. And he just did such a great job. Was so fun. And just really played that to the T, and was a really great lead. And him and Jonah Hill worked so well together. You really felt like they were really best friends, like, blood brothers and stuff like that. And I just thought that Michael was so good in it and gave this really outstanding performance that was just really stellar for that film. If you haven't seen Michael Cera, definitely check him out in Superbad. He was absolutely fantastic. But overall, I really enjoyed him in the Phoenician scheme. I thought he was a really great addition. He really pulled out all the chops and just was so awesome. And I just thought he was really fun. If you haven't seen him recently or anything, go check him out in the Phoenician scheme. He was absolutely fantastic. So what is the Phoenician scheme about? Basically, the premise of the story is that Benicio del Toro's character is this very rich guy that, basically has defied death several times, and people keep trying to kill him. And basically the film's about him trying to figure out a way to stop the CIA from taking his assets so that he can do his ultimate scheme of all and, be set for life. And basically it's kind of all the craziness that ensues, him getting more closer to his daughter, and kind of all the crazy things that happen. It just was really well done. Great writing, great story. Well done by Wes Anderson, I thought. Just overall, I thought it was a really great film. Just had 10 Golden Movie boxes up. Can't wait to add this to the collection. It was just so much fun. I thought it was a really solid Wes Anderson film that definitely deserves accolades, because it just was really well constructed and done. Really enjoyable. If you have not seen it, highly recommend you go check it out in theaters now. Really enjoyable. So that's it for this movie review, guys. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, also thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time here, or you have been before, don't forget to check out any other new videos you might not seen mine yet. As always, people, if you enjoy my content here and want to show support, please check out my Patreon page, where you get all kinds of extra accoutrement when you become a member that you don't get here on my YouTube channel. Huge shout out to my new and old subscribers. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. As always, catch you in the next one.